Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Question for you.
Yes.
Why limit happy to an hour?
I don't think we should.
I really don't think we should.
Yes.
Should anyone ever limit happy to an hour?
Especially on our Whiskey Wednesday
we're
edition.
Changing. We are changing things up a bit. So
just a little bit.
You know, I've always actually secretly wanted to be a whiskey drinker.
Yes.
I just think it looks
awesome.
so sophisticated and cool.
Yay. Yay. Well, I have been a hardcore whiskey drinker for some time. No, I love whiskey. And, you know, I have asked multiple times on Mother's Day to go to Whiskey Town. Portland does a thing called Whiskey Town. Whiskey Town, I think is what it is. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up again. But yeah.
I'll go with you.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Because I'm going to be a new whiskey drinker.
We've brought somebody over to the dark side. Hooray. So that's what we're going to talk to you guys a little bit about today. Of course, we're going to talk a little bit about some real estate as well. And so just quickly out of the way, Daphne Tappert with PPG.
Mindy Hay with Union Home Mortgage.
And we are here to help you with all of your real estate needs.
Yes.
So
and whiskey drinking.
Yeah. And wine and cheese.
Yeah, and wine and cheese and artichoke dip and, you know, all the goods.
So this is something my husband makes a mean old fashioned. So I'm not going to pretend like I make the best ones, but I have watched them enough that I think I'm going to be able to pull this off.
I'm excited.
So a couple of things. Let's just talk about a little bit about what the different whiskeys. And for me, it's like what's whiskey, what's bourbon, and what's Scotch.
Yeah.
And so, and I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to read this off of something I got here. So let's start with Scotch. Scotch is a type of whiskey that's made in Scotland.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. So that is this right here. Now that is it's made with malted barley. And grain. So the barley is usually dried over like some peat fire. So it gives it a really smoky kind of flavor.
Ooh, I like that.
And so now bourbon is a type of whiskey in the United States. Yes. And it has to have at least 51% corn as the primary. Yes. And so whiskey is a broad term for just spirits that are distilled from grain mesh, right? So here's a cool thing that I read. All whiskeys are made from, one more time. It says here that there are many types of whiskeys and bourbons. In other words, all bourbons are whiskeys, but not all whiskeys are bourbons. Yeah, so bourbon is primarily made with corn.
Okay.
So that's your little history today.
I love it.
Yes. So let's get started.
Yes.
Easy peasy. So the first thing I'm going to do is, actually, you know what? Let's try the Scotch. I'm curious to see what you think. So I put a little bit in. Thank you.
Well, cheers. So this is Scotch.
Salut. Cheers, my friend. Okay. Oh, yes. Mama like you. No.
I do like it.
I wish you could see Amy, who's behind the camera right now. She's shivering.
Woo. Interesting.
That'll put hair on your chest.
I mean, I think I got to grow into being a whiskey drinker, but maybe the old fashions. I've had old fashions before. I've liked them. I'm excited to try yours.
Yay, yes. Okay, so let's get started then.
Okay.
I am going to start with the Elijah Craig.
Okay.
So to start off, there's all types of bitters that you can use, and this is your traditional, bitters. But I do like to do the walnut and the orange as well. So I'm going to put 4 dashes of each.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
That surely looks more than a dash, but more of a quick pour.
Yeah, just a little.
Okay.
You know how it works. Okay. And then same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, that's quite a bit darker.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And I'm going to try not to make a like to keep a clean bar. Right? And so then we also are going to put a little bit of just simple syrup, or you could just use the cherry juice from the whatever cherries that you use. This is my fave. Although bada bings are great too. So I'm just going to pour just
you really know your stuff, Daphne.
A little bit of simple syrup.
Ooh.
All right. And let's get some whiskey.
Okay.
In
just
there.
a shot?
Yep. So we're going to, let's going to put a shot. And it's actually 2. You want to usually put 2, but since it's still early afternoon.
And yes.
We're going to just go ahead and stick with the 1.
It's okay. I'm sure it will still be delicious.
Perfect. Yep. Okay. There you go. And then, of course, I've got my orange here. So I'm going to just
Now this is what you always see when obviously it's served. They've always got that great little curled orange.
And some people like to put the orange juice in it. I prefer just the just a little bit of the zest. So now I've got my cherries. I'm going to stick those in there.
Wow.
And Mindy, if you want to mix.
Sure.
Mix, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop in our ice. So let's start with...
So can people do obviously just regular ice, or is it more traditional to have a bigger?
Yeah, it looks cool. It doesn't have to be, and I'll scooch this over, and so perfect. So I've got the ice. Woo! Did it get you?
Oh, it's fine. Just a little whiskey.
You've been blessed. You've been blessed, my friend. Somebody's gonna have to sit in the back seat. Okay, and then you just do a little squeeze, and you can actually see.
Now I see a lot of times people will kind of take it along the rim,
around the rim as well. Then, if you want to do that, you can absolutely do that. And so then I just kind of let it do its thing. I'm actually going to pull out my stick.
Okay, me too.
Yep, there we go.
Well, cheers. Right. So this is a good old fashioned.
Salud.
Huh?
Yep, this is an old fashioned.
Oh, that's delicious.
What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
It's pretty tasty, huh?
Well, shoot.
Amy, do you want to try it?
Try
a little bit. Yes.
I guess I am a whiskey drinker. So
that was all kinds of fun.
You converted me.
Yay!
All right. So,
awesome. That's fun, right?
Let's talk a little bit about real estate. So
yes,
one of the things that I'm seeing, just this week, we had an offer that went out, and there was an escalation clause. Yes, are they back? Are they back?
Absolutely. And you know, some agents prefer not to do escalation clause, and I think some clients would prefer not to. And I think some people think it's just a little too complicated.
Yeah.
But another reason why you need to connect with a great agent so they can really explain to you what your options are when there is multiple offer situation, and an escalation clause can really help you.
Multiple offer situation. Yeah. And guess what? We won the offer with the escalation clause. So,
hot dog.
So I do think that you know, with just the market heating up, it's spring, and we told you guys months and months ago, market's going to heat up. You're going to start to see multiple offers. You're going to start to see things changing, and we are seeing that.
We are absolutely seeing that. And we are telling our sellers May is a great time to list your home. And statistically speaking, it's actually one of the best times to list your home. You can get a 10% bump of your profit, your net profit, if your house is completely dialed in, and maybe even more. So make sure that you get a hold of your agent and find out find out what an escalation clause is and how can that help you, because that is actually a really great tool that we have to possibly win the offer.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then the other thing that we just want to point out is obviously it's tax season. Yes. So when people obviously get a refund, it's so important. I've had several borrowers reach out this week that said, hey Mindy, I'm getting a really nice refund. It's time for me to start shopping. Woo! Now I've got my down payment. So that's the other thing is use that refund to your benefit. Buy a house.
Yes.
Get a hold of a good agent and buy a house.
Absolutely. Who in turn is going to put you in touch with an amazing lender so that you can buy a house. And talking about those taxes, listen, buyers, you do have out-of-pocket expenses that you need to be aware of. And those tax dollars are going to help you get into, because there's your inspection, your appraisal, not just your down payment. So again, get a hold of me or Mindy, and we would love to be able to assist you.
And cheers to our new Whiskey Wednesday.
Yay!